Shift cutie at the truck stop knows my name. Threw the candle in the midnight oil and lit up the honky-tonk highway. I see the sun come up, cause I ain't been to bed. Gonna have my name cut into a stone when I lay my head. No rest for the wicked, at least for a few hundred miles. I'm running wild, ride the lightning, run on empty, the ring of fire. Rolling like the Mississippi, oh mama tried. But I got bad down to my bones, don't know where I'm gonna go, oh sweet child. I'm running wild, I'm running wild. Always been a runner, never been one for settling down. Spent my life in the backwoods looking for ways out of a one-horse town. I found the six-string ticket and jumped that westbound train. Now I only slow down long enough to stand up on that stage. Cloud nine is a cloud of dust for the next 1,000 miles. I'm running wild, ride the lightning, run on empty in the ring of fire. Rolling like the Mississippi, oh mama tried. But I got bad down to my bones, don't know where I'm gonna go, oh sweet child. I'm running wild, yeah, I'm running wild. Mama, I'm running wild, yeah, I'm running wild. I'm running with the devil, rolling down the road, riding on the storm, living like I'm dying slow. Headlights in the fast lane is my home away from home. If there's light after this tunnel, I'm gonna be the first to know. No slowing down, no looking back, no staying for a while. I'm pedal down and right on track, I'm ready for this ride. I'm running wild, ride the lightning, run on empty, the ring of fire. Rolling like the Mississippi, oh mama tried. And I got bad down to my bones, don't know where.
Hey rodeo fans, welcome back to another episode of Reno Rodeo 365. I'm your host, Jen Fisk.
And I'm your host, Tony Hollywood Lucero.
Stay tuned for this episode and for next month with important announcements and last minute details as we prepare for the Reno Rodeo because, Tony, we're 51 days away.
Again, it's right upon us now. I mean, it's go time.
It's go time. We are so excited for the action that is about to hit the rodeo arena. Before that, we have a packed show for you, starting out with our first guest, the 2025 Resistol Rookie of the Year Salabronc champion. But before we dive into that, we've got some rodeo news and announcements. And I'll kick it off by starting with our heartfelt condolences and prayers for Dean Thompson and his family as he has started his chemo journey. Not too long ago at the Cave Creek Rodeo, he endured a wreck which took him to the hospital where scans developed a mass that turned into a Burkitt's lymphoma diagnosis. So Dean, our hearts here at the Reno Rodeo are with you and your family, and you're a tough cowboy. We know that you will pull through this.
And, you know, it just goes to show where God sits on things. You know, things happen for reasons. Here was an accident that happened, and that probably wouldn't have been found if that accident didn't happen. So
Absolutely.
God is good. Pray for you. Keep you on our thoughts and prayers. We're going to kick off real quick on a little bit of sports news. I want to bring everybody up to speed on that. We just had over this last weekend, Battleborn Bronx. We had Miles Carlson. He had the biggest win of his young career of 23 years old. He had 87 points on Birch Rodeo's Lion Hostage. And of course, Stetson Wright right behind him with the bronc riding, setting the arena record of 90.5 points.
Of course.
And he did that on Corey Lang's Cypress Toddy. So shout out to Rafter 3C Arena for putting on a great event and having some high quality people there for that.
Absolutely. The Battleborn Bronx event is every April, right around the start of the month. So if you missed it this year, next year, it's some of the good names, some up-and-comers, but also some of the big names like Stetson Wright that come through Fallon, our own backyard. It's a little tease before the Reno Rodeo to get to watch some of the action that we've been missing out on.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, again, we got so much to pack into this show. You know, the last 2 weeks has been so busy. We closed up with San Angelo, Red Bluff, Logandale. We had Oakdale. They're all wrapping up, crowning their champions. So what I wanted to do real quick is just do a quick rundown of your all around, who's winning where, and who's chasing after them. So
I like it. Take us through.
So we're going to go with all around Stetson Wright. He's got $100,000 lead.
$100,000 lead this early in the season.
Yeah.
We weren't questioning whether or not we were going to see him down in Las Vegas for the National Finals Rodeo, but now we know he's going to be there. It's just a matter of who's going to give him a run for his money this season. That is a massive gain on anyone coming in behind him.
And it kind of talks about what we talked about earlier in our shows about how everybody's off to a fast start this year.
Very.
Which takes me into the bareback riding. We got Bradley Miller holding number one down. Right on his tail is Wasey Shala and Rocker Steiner. $3,000 behind him. That's it. So I mean,
it's less than a rodeo.
It is. It's one first place somewhere, and we're flip flopping again. So it's that way through the whole thing. Saddle Bronx, Stetson Wright, number one in the world with Rusty right behind him. Again, less than five. I think it's $10,000 out on there. Which again, 2 rodeos on that, and Rusty jumps back to the
You
lead.
switch places just so that. And not only that, we are hitting the hot time of the year. Cowboy Christmas officially kicks off with the Reno Rodeo, but the rodeos leading up to June really do matter too, because it makes or breaks which rodeos you're going to decide to go to. Yes. The big money ones versus ones that are paying out maybe less. And I think that the standings can jump a lot over the next couple months, but really as we lead into June, it's pivotal decision making for these Cowboys.
And we're just wrapping up the Texas Swing here in the next week or so. So we still got a few more big rodeos there that can make a big difference in all this. And so again, we're, bull riding. We got Jake Gardner, number one, with Tristan Hutchins, Stetson Wright behind them, $5,000 behind.
Not big.
So we got another battle for third. Steer wrestling, Young Holden Myers, number one, after the big win in Houston.
Big win at Rodeo Houston.
That was awesome for him.
Huge for him. A confidence booster, it has to be.
And most of the time when these guys win these big rodeos like Houston or San Angelo in those capacities, it just guarantees they're in for the NFR. Yeah. So kudos to him. Again, young career, 3 years in the PRCA, and he's looking possibly go to his first, National Finals Rodeo, which is very exciting. So congratulations there on that.
And Wag's not far behind him.
Wag's right behind him. He's right behind him. Yep, he's right there. Tie down roping, reigning world champion, no doubt. Riley Webb, number one. He's jumped up there. We got Kincaid Henry chasing after him. There's a slew of world champions in that top 10 that are coming after him. But he's sitting right where he needs to be sitting, right at the top again. So Riley can, keep going what you got going. We'll see you at the NFR again.
We'll see you in June. He's no stranger to the
rodeo. Yeah, we'll see him here. Yeah, exactly right. Breakaway roping, we have 22-year-old Haley Williams, number one, $31,000 lead. For those that don't know, Haley Williams is the daughter to 8-time world champion team roper Speed Williams. So again, another generation.
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yes, exactly right. And of course, team roping, we got Caleb Driggers and Junior Noguera, no strangers to number one. Again, we got some close ones running behind them. But I want to take a minute to do a quick shout out to the generations that are coming up from these major champion cowboys that we have out there.
Absolutely. The names that we've grown up with, that you've grown up with for years and years and years, their kids are now old enough to not just be in the arena, but to be roping with their parents. Roping, riding, competing.
And competing at high levels. So I wanted to spotlight 3 of them because of their ages and who their dads are. Because when I tell you who their dads are, you're going to recognize those names. Wow. And so first one we're going to go to is Clay Trime, 3-time world champion. His 20-year-old son, Tyler, just won the Brock Crester Memorial, and he just won the coveted BFI.
Yes.
At 20
years old.
There's a lot of guys still trying to win the BFI. And that young generation coming up, they're just so talented on what they're doing and where they're coming from. We could say it's in their genetics. I don't know, but they're making it happen.
I'd put money on the table that it's in their sense. They're no strangers to the arena, to the roping pen, to the fun industry. I think they have grown up, breathing and sleeping it just like a lot of us have from a different perspective. So to have your parent be so successful and be able to quite literally practice and live among some of the best, I'm not surprised to see some of these names.
And then another one I'd like to highlight is Trevor Brazil, 26-time world champion. His 19-year-old son, Tristan, they just competed not too long ago in the American Rodeo Central Finals, trying to get to the American Rodeo for the $1 million, which Trevor would be eligible for because he's been out for so long. So they both would have been up to win that $1 million, and they missed it by 1 spot. But here again, a 19-year-old kid, and he's running at the American the way he is with his dad. Yeah. And kudos to Trevor. He's heading for him. So it's right there.
We'll see.
And I believe Trevor was one of the first $1 million ropers.
Yes, he was one of our first $1 million Cowboys.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So, and again, 26-time world champion. And then The last one's our local boy, Jade Corkill. Jade Corkill, he's 3-time world champion healer. His 15-year-old son, Colby, they just got through recently winning the USTRCA 16 and a half for a cool $21,000
at 15 years old. What were you doing at 15,
yeah.
Tony?
I wasn't winning that kind of money.
But
That's
winning
for
that
sure.
kind of money, absolutely.
And then to top the weekend off, Jade went with Tanner Tomlinson, and they won the Open, and he won another $28,000. So congratulations to all these guys, Trevor, Clay, Jade. Be proud of your kids. They're coming up and making a big name for themselves.
Absolutely. Tony, thank you for catching us up on what's going on and who to look out for. These up and coming names starting at just 15 years old. We're going to see them here in the rodeo world for years and years to come. Speaking of young guns who are making a name for themselves, we are getting ready to talk to last year's Saddle Bronc Resistol Rookie of the Year. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Les Schwab and the Reno Rodeo
Are giving fans a chance to win a great night at the rodeo.
enter the Les Schwab VIP Package raffle
For a chance to win 2 Reno Rodeo tickets.
and 2 passes for Club 1919.
Now that's a night done right. Stop by any Les Schwab location in Reno, Sparks, Carson City, or even Susanville.
Or use the link in this post to enter online.
So guys, do I actually need to know how to ride a bull?
No.
No, just enter.
All across America, hardworking farm and ranch families grow the food that feeds us and form the backbone of countless communities. As a proud American company, we're here to say thanks with Polaris Ag Advantage, an exclusive program to support America's farmers and ranchers in recognition for all you do. Learn more at polarisagadvantage.com.
Keep it dirty. Get outside. Join the movement, a proud sponsor of the Reno Rodeo.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help us welcome 2025 PRCA Saddle Bronc Resistol Rookie of the Year, Gus Galliard. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. You're fresh out of Nevada itself. You were just at Battleborn Broncs in Fallon. Before we dive into all things Gus, tell us a little bit about how that was. Was that your first time in the Fallon area?
No, I had gone Fallon there last year. It's super great bronc match. There's a lot of good horses and a lot of good guys. And I was lucky enough to get on a good horse. I didn't end up winning any money, but I had a lot of fun, and I feel like I'm riding good right now. So just enjoying it and just living my dream.
Well, and you say riding good. You've been doing that for a little bit here now. I mean, 2024 collegiate champion saddle bronc rider, 2025 Resistol Rookie of the Year saddle bronc rider, and here you are sitting 9, 12 already in the top of the world with a good start into this year. How you feeling this year? Coming in at a little stronger pace this year.
Yeah, it feels good. I had a good start to the year and was able to go to some big bronc matches and some rodeos and win money before the new year actually come around and stuff. So I was setting pretty good going into January and was able to win a little bit of money here and there going through the past couple months, but kind of hit a slow spot here for the last, I'd say 3 weeks. I've been having a little trouble winning money, but just I keep trying to do my job, keep riding good, and it'll all play out. We got a lot of rodeoing left to do.
Well, and some of the things I've seen that you've stated, the positivity that you keep, I love that in you. This the fact that you keep that positivity going, even when you're in a rut like they'd use in baseball. You're still positive and out there going at it just like it's the next one coming up.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's the only way to look at it. If you get down, your riding's going to show it. So you just got to keep telling yourself that it's all going to get better. And as long as you're doing your job, then it's all going to even out in the end.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I wanted to comment on something you stated. Some of the most important lessons come from the all-night drives, spontaneous hikes, and traveling partners who turned into family. Give us a little bit of background behind that being some of the most important lessons you've learned, and how so?
Yeah, I feel like in order to be a successful person, you have to surround yourself with good people that have the same intentions as you. And I was lucky enough to get in a good rig last year with Shea Fournier and Ryder Sanford, and and they're really good people that can kind of keep me grounded and keep me, humble and ready to keep going and hungry a little bit. And I felt like we learned a lot about each other and we grew a lot together this last summer. And it was in them days where we were driving all night, all day to get to rodeos, or if we just decided we're going to pull over and go check something cool out, just stuff like that. It builds a brotherhood that you can't find anywhere else. And so I'm super blessed to have them guys in my life for sure.
Absolutely. And when you say get in a rig, for many people, they don't understand that you'll travel with some of the same individuals you're competing against. So I want to talk about that dynamic. But first, when getting in a rig, are you just sending out a text, hey, anybody want to travel together this year? What does that look like on the back end? And then once that commitment's made, are you guys in it for the long haul? Are you year after year, or is it, hey, your feet smelled too much, you're out, someone else is in?
Yeah, you kind of just, people retire, people come in, new guys come in, and so you kind of figure out who your friends are that you like being around. We're all buddies and everything, but there's guys that you're just a little bit closer with than others, and you kind of just, if you feel like they're going to be a good fit for you and you guys could feed off each other in a positive way, then that's kind of who you end up traveling with. And it's one of those deals, like in the winter, I travel with everybody. Like you kind of just enter how you think you need to enter for you, and then whoever's going the same way you are, you kind of go with them. But in the summertime, I mean, we're going to the exact same rodeos, all three of us, four of us, two of us, however many it is. And you're in it together for the long haul, and you'll catch rides here and there, but the majority of your time is spent with those couple people that you decide to enter with. So they're really important. You spend more time around them than you do your family in the summertime. And so it's kind of one of those deals, you better enjoy it.
Yeah.
On the traveling still, with down the road with you from Tarleton State, your teammates, Ira and Bailey, being able to travel with those guys that first year, you think of football and stuff like that, and they get drafted and they go into the pros and they go to separate teams and they may see each other when they're play. But you guys actually got the opportunity to travel down the road together that first year in the PRCA and shooting for Rookie of the Year. I think you guys' goal was to go 1, 2, and 3, which you did. But how did that make that so comfortable for you that first year, being able to have those guys with you?
Yeah, we were able to feed off each other a lot. We lived together or right there next to each other in college. We all kind of had our own place, but we lived at the same place, so it was cool. But yeah, we lived right there together at college, and we practiced together every day and had dinner with each other every night. And it was kind of one of those deals where we were like, we're just going to go into it and try to. We're all trying to beat each other, obviously, but we're all kind of hoping that each one of us is going to do good at the same time. And we were on the college rodeo team together, the national championship college team, and we were rooting for each other there. And it was one of those deals. We learned a lot from each other, and I owe a lot of my success to those two guys. And I had a lot of fun with them for sure.
Yeah. When it comes from, you were talking about going to the pros and going on different teams. When it comes from going from the collegiate level to the PRCA, and now you're competing, you're aiming to go to Las Vegas, not so much on a team, more as an individual sport. What's the mindset that gets you to transition from college to, I guess, what would be equivalent to the big leagues? And is it just more practice? Is it more time horseback? Is it time in the gym? Is there a switch at all?
Honestly, like once I got out of college, I feel like I've actually practiced a lot less. Whenever we were in college, we had practice horses there at the school, and we were working on that all week. You rode the spur board, you rode practice horses every week, and you went to the college rodeos and then the pro rodeos. And I felt like I was getting to shoot 10 horses a week almost. But these days I just kind of go to the rodeos and I moved back home and have been helping my family on the farm and ranch and stuff. So kind of my time goes to working during the week, and then I just go to rodeos on the weekend and try to ride my spur board as much as I can and stay fit a little bit. But yeah, I feel like once you get to the level that we're at in the PRCA, you kind of, if you don't have it figured out by now, it's better to be fine tuning or it's not going to go good, because everybody's riding so dang good these days. So yeah, you just got to figure out what works for you, I guess.
Absolutely.
Well, and that opens up, like you say, not practicing as much. So that maybe answer the question, is picked up tennis. picked up tennis. What led to that, and is that something that helps with your mind, or and your mentalness, or just something to kill the time?
Yeah, I think that was just one of those deals to kill the time. I like golfing a lot, but I'm pretty terrible at it. But my travel partner Shay, he doesn't like golf, but him and Ryder like tennis. So it
All
was
right.
either sit in the van or you learn how to play tennis in your free time. So I learned how to play tennis, and still pretty terrible at that. But yeah, we're always doing something, whether it be golf, tennis, playing cards, trying to find somewhere to fish, whatever it is, going on a hike. Like you get bored on the road and you're kind of cramped in a small space. So whatever you can do, try to do something every day outside if you can. Something to kind of get your body going and to just relax outside of the van. You or the camper or whatever it is. You want to just get out for a little bit. So yeah, you just got to try to find something that everybody enjoys.
Absolutely. There's correlation there. There's hand-eye coordination, there's quick movement, time on your feet, you're active. So I'm sure there's parts of it that maybe are not directly helping in the saddle bronc riding element of your life, but maybe they are. We just don't know yet.
Yeah, it can't be bad for you, I don't guess.
Absolutely not.
Well, is there at any time do you got to pinch yourself and realize that you're kind of living the dream as a boy growing up and doing what you're doing, and at the level you're doing it at? It's not just being in the PRCA. You're reckoning in the PRCA. But is there ever time you just kind of think it's surreal?
Yeah, I mean it's one of those deals. I've always known this is what I want to do, and it's one of those like I'm living my dream type deals. But if the way I look at it, you always kind of have to have an end goal. And if I feel like if I ever get that feeling of like, oh, I've made it, then I'm just gonna stay at that point. I want to keep getting better. I don't want to ever feel like I've finally done what I've always wanted to do. I want to keep pushing and keep setting bigger goals and stuff. And so I might be, as a kid, I might have thought that being a bronc rider in the PRCA was super cool, but being a world champion would be a lot cooler. So that's kind of what I'm trying to go for right now. And I feel like there's things that I could do better every time I get on a horse. So whenever I feel like I've got it completely figured out, you can just write me off and call me good. But yeah, I'm not there yet.
And that's the positivity I love about you as I've been in my career with sales for 30 years, and everybody asked me, how have you done it? And I said, I work hard every day, every week, every month, all year. And I said, there's times I take vacations. They said, well, what do you do for next year? I said, I work hard every day, every week, every month, all year. And that's it. If you don't have the goals to be better and achieve those goals, you're just another one in the pond, right? That's what makes the difference of you making the NFR and stuff like that. So, I love the positivity. Keep it up.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, the way bronc riding's going these days, there's always new guys coming up, and the guys that I looked up to that are still riding, they're getting better every day. So if I'm not doing it, I'm just gonna get stuck.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, you walked me into that one. I was going to ask, who did you look up to? And now you say they're still competing, having looked up to them as a young boy wanting to be a saddle bronc rider, and now you're competing against them and with them. Talk about that element, but tell us who those cowboys are.
Yeah, for me, I mean, I looked up to Court Shear more than anybody. I feel like there's a lot of bronc riders that are in my generation that would say the same thing. He had one of the coolest styles that I've ever seen, and could make it look easy. And that's what I try to do. And I used to go to his bronc riding schools whenever I was a kid, and always looked up to him. And then eventually got to know him as I'm getting a little older, and so I could hang out with him a little bit more and go to his house and visit with him and stuff. So yeah, I got to be around him a lot, and it's really helped me. And there's so many, I can't even name them, but that was like, if you want to say that I copied somebody's style, that was kind of where I try to get my style from a little bit.
And saying that with some of the older guys getting better, I think it's got a lot to do with the money that's out there today, that these guys are really coming back strong. And the first one I think of is in the bareback riding, Tilden Hooper, the OG out there. And here he is back winning, back in the top 20. And, that money's got to be something for them to chase, not only for you guys, but for them. So, yeah, you're right. The competition is probably getting a little bit tougher as you're coming in, too.
Yeah, it's super cool that those guys can do that. They have to be so fit, and they have to love it. Those guys love it so much. And there's people that are Tilden's age or maybe even a little bit older that are still riding, and they're riding at a high level. And a little fun story. I was joking with Tilden the other day. He was telling a re-ride story about the NFR from 2008. And I was like, Tilden, I was 5. Let's get some news stories, buddy. Come on.
How cool is that, though, to be with the OG like that and have that,
Wherever you went.
Yeah, I sure do. I like giving him a little bit of trouble, and he does the same to me. But yeah, he's a super good guy.
That's
Right
great.
on, right on.
And home for you is in Texas, right? You said you moved back home?
Yeah. I live in the panhandle of Texas in a little town called Morris.
All right. What do the next couple weeks look like? You're right there in the center of all the hub and action before, I'm assuming, heading out west, hitting up Cowboy Christmas. I'm hoping we'll see you here in Reno in just less than 50 days, about 50 days. What do the next few weeks look like for you and heading into the rest of the season?
Yeah, we just kind of going to a few rodeos here and there. I got Lufkin, Texas, and Clovis, California this weekend, and then the Las Vegas qualifier for the American next week, and then pretty much my hometown rodeo in Guyman. So it's about to be a fun couple weeks, and everybody's getting ready to start branding calves around here, and we've been shipping and getting cattle off wheat and selling stuff, and so been busy during the week, and we'll be going rodeoing on the weekend. So this is a pretty fun time for me. I've never really been home and worked this much. I've always been at high school or college or whatever. So being home and being able to enjoy some of the stuff that we've got going on around here has been super fun. And it sure makes rodeoing a lot of fun whenever I go to leave too. I'm kind of, after about 4 days at home, I'm ready to go somewhere. So
That's awesome. Well, I see you've got some decoration there on your shirt. It sounds like sponsors are already supporting you, knowing that you're just getting started. Is there anyone that you can thank that we can also support you?
Yeah, for sure. I've got Rank 45's my clothing sponsor. They're a company through Boot Barn. So she'll go to your local Boot Barn and you can get all your Rank 45 and Cody James stuff. And then Resistol's been with me forever. Best all around. They're pretty awesome people. I got awesome sponsors. The Handmade Heifer and Penthouse Pro Rodeo. That's Troy and Lindsay Bradshaw. They're a great family that I'm good friends with, and they've always been behind me. And then Capri Camper helped me out with the camper these last couple of years. And Carson Womble with Superior Livestock. He's a good friend of ours, and he likes to support me. So super thankful for those guys, and really couldn't do it without them.
Awesome.
Well, we can't wait to see you here in Reno and chat some more with you on the side. But looking forward to seeing you here, and good luck down the road. Keep doing what you're doing, and I have no doubt that NFR is on the horizon for you here.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, I hope to see you guys in Reno here before long.
Absolutely. We most definitely will, Gus. Great luck to you. Stay healthy, stay safe, and we'll see you here out west shortly.
Thank you. We'll see you guys.
All right.
Thanks,
Sounds
Gus.
great. Welcome back, rodeo fans. We hope you enjoyed that interview with Gus. We can't wait to have him here in Reno. That was great.
That was a great interview. Very, very well spoken young man.
Absolutely. Big things ahead for him and his future. Go support him on social media and the sponsors that help get him down the road. It's always greatly appreciated, and it's free on your side. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some breaking news for you. Tony with the inside scoop on all things executive. Tell us.
Well, there's some exciting news coming. For the longest time, this grounds has been known as RSCVA, Reno Livestock Event Center. That is in the process of being changed now. The state has given that this land back to Nevada Ag Department. Nevada Ag Department has now taken on the Reno Rodeo to manage and facilitate this facility going forward. So the name change will not be the Reno Livestock Event Center anymore. It's going to be the Nevada State Fairgrounds, home of the Reno
Rodeo.
How awesome is that? So what does this mean? Some of the events that are going to take place, it's going to be more focused towards ag and equine. They're already booking events now for that. It's going to go back again to those days of the old fairgrounds, of what we've all grown as kids, and been able to go to the kids' livestock shows and go into stuff like that. So stay tuned. This is all planning on happening and maybe taking place before our rodeo starts this year. But exciting news, again, Nevada State Fairgrounds, home of the Reno Rodeo.
Awesome. So excited for that. It's been a long time coming and you get to be a part of it. You heard it here first on Reno Radio 365. Let's jump into some Reno Rodeo Committee announcements. These are coming directly from within on how you can enhance your experience here in June.
We have so many events coming up with, the viewing party, the tailgate parties. We got the kids' day. We've got the rodeo performance themselves. So what we really like to, one thing we like to put out there is if you see something, say something. Security's all over the grounds with what we are and where we're at in today's world. You just always want to be cautious, and we're always here to protect our patrons as they come through the facility so everybody can have a great, safe time.
Absolutely. On that note, ride shares are the real MVP this year. Whether you're heading down to the kickoff party or the kickoff concerts, the bull riding, down to the carnival itself to get some kick-ass fries, consider a ride share option to ensure a smooth delivery and ride home for your night at the Reno Rodeo. Save on parking, save on commute time, save on the hassle of trying to find parking, and do yourself a favor, book a ride share. There will also be QR codes around the rodeo grounds for ease of booking one of those on your trip down here. As remember, always, we want you to get here and home safely.
And for those of you that want to be a Reno Rodeo volunteer, the applications are out currently for the Wranglers. The 2026 rodeo will close for this event Friday, May 8th, 2026. There is a flyer out with QR codes. You can go to the QR code, scan it. It'll take you right to the application where you can go and come on board as a volunteer for the Reno Rodeo.
The nightly viewing party is back this year. This is a free opportunity to watch the rodeo. Once you've gotten in through the admissions gate, you can join us in the indoor arena and watch the rodeo if you don't have those tickets to the outside. And if you are a local business interested in sponsoring prizes or giveaways at that nightly viewing party, please reach out to the Reno Rodeo office or the information on the screen below. All donating businesses will receive a shout out to the viewing party and on our live feed during each nightly event, and it will go toward a tax deduction. This is a great way to support this growing event and an opportunity to be involved here directly in our Reno Rodeo community. And the Miss Reno Rodeo pageant is back June 11th and 12th with Miss Reno Rodeo 2027 crowned on Friday evening, June 12th. If you want to support the Miss Reno Rodeo candidates or this year's queen, you can do so. They are having a quarter of a beef, premium quality of farm to table and locally pasture raised beef, and a freezer to store it in, with a Traeger to cook it on, both generously donated by Home Depot. And to add a little surf to the turf, this also comes with a $100 gift card generously donated by Sierra Gold Seafood. You can purchase one sheet of tickets for $40 or 3 sheets of tickets for $100. The grand prize will be drawn on the coronation evening of June 12th during the 2027 Miss Reno Rodeo Coronation Event dinner. You do not need to be present to win. And if you buy a ticket or 3, you can either contact the Reno Rodeo office or go to the Miss Reno Rodeo Facebook page where you will find a flyer with a QR code. Tony, what's your dream Father's Day look like?
I think it'd be just hanging with the family, the daughter, the kids, and just, chilling a little.
Absolutely. Well, lucky for you, Father's Day falls on Sunday this year during the rodeo. What would a day look like if you were to come to Cowboy Church, hang out at Kids Day, and maybe even go up to the Dock Bar for a nice Father's Day brunch?
Well, it's always good to get to a church service, number one, especially if I can bring the kids. But to be able to go and have a brunch and be with the family and an environment up there like the Dock Bar would be certainly special, And if anybody's out there that would like to come and maybe introduce themselves, you can find me up there for that.
Absolutely. The Dock Bar is hosting a Father's Day brunch this year from 10:30 to 1:30 p.m. It's $60 per adult ticket and includes a free brunch, for yourself and a child under 10, a drink and a specialty gift, and activities for adults and children. Any additional child past that one is going to be $20. So you can hang out in the dock bar with your family, or if you'd like to spend that morning enjoying the free activities of Kids Day, you can always join the dock bar in the evening on Sunday night as well. More information can be found by emailing dockbar@renorodeo.com.
Look forward to seeing you.
Absolutely. Tony, that sounds like a great Father's Day, but there's also dock bar availability throughout the rest of the week. Tuesday night, they're doing trivia.
Tuesday night trivia, Wednesday night for the Nevada alumni. If you want to come hang out with your friends, we're going to have a Nevada alumni night. There's a lot going on that week at the dock bar.
Absolutely. And Thursday, it's going to be Coors night this year. Head up to the dock bar and get yourself an ice cold Coors to enjoy the Reno Rodeo. Again, more information on Reno Rodeo website, or you can email the lovely ladies of the dock bar at dockbar@renorodeo.com. It's a great atmosphere, great energy, and there's live music night. So don't miss out on an opportunity to head to the dock bar Speakeasy this year, or an opportunity to say hi to Tony.
Never know.
That's it for this episode of Reno Rodeo 365. We are 51 days away from bringing you the action, but we've got one more episode. So make sure you stay tuned next month for all the last minute details on how to maximize and enhance your experience at the wildest, richest rodeo in the West. Thank you so much. I'm your host, Jen Fisk.
I'm Tony Hollywood Lucero.
And we'll see you next time.